when your city is flooded, there must be a river nearby, and the riverbed is higher than your plain. You finally wait for the flood to recede, but the river doesn't pass through Chengdu and can't irrigate farmland, so you open a gap in the right place upstream to divert the river water to every corner of the plain. This can both irrigate the farmland, but also disperse the water flow during the rainy season. You call the opening the breathtaking mouth, but if the flow is too strong, it's like bringing the flood into your home. So you build a Dujiangyan dike in the middle of the river, using the fish mouth at the front, dividing the Minjiang into the inner river and the outer river, so that more floods can be drained. But in the dry season, most of the water still flows to the outer river. Cities and farmlands will be in a water shortage. So you raise the riverbed of the outer river and wider and shallower, and the Zhejiang River remains narrow and deep. In this way, when there's left, 60% of the water will flow into the deep, while only 40%. If the water is very little, it can even all flow into the Zhejiang River. But even better, the flood period is just the opposite. The wide flood discharge of the outer river can drain 60%, while the narrow Zhejiang can only hold 40%. This is the famous 4-6 feng shui. But if the flood is too big, 40% of water can cause disasters. So you dig a depression on the Jinggang embankment to further divert the water in the inner river, and when there is less water, it will not affect the flow of the river to Chengdu. You named it the Faisha. If you're not assured, you can dig another flood discharge channel. Your brilliance is far more than diverting the river. You can also divert sediment, because the inner river is on the and the outer river is convex. So the outer river is more likely to deposit sediment, 80%, while the inner river only 20%. This is the 2-to-8 ratio, ensuring the water flowing to the city is clearer. Note that when the Zhejiang River water hits the Ladui near the breathtaking mouth, it will produce a backflow, which throws most of the sediment into the Faisha, so the Faisha must be built lower to facilitate the sediment. This is called low, where a small amount of sediment will be thrown into the gap. It needs to be cleaned during the dry season, and the depth must be dug deep until you dig out the ancient iron bolt. This is deep dredging. Then congratulations, you not only invented Dujiangyan, but also gave birth to the rich and beautiful Tianfu land.